If you're watching this video, you're probably feeling lost. You hear everyone talking about AI and panicking.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
And you're wondering, is it even worth learning to code if AI will replace programmers anyways? You don't know where to start and you're thinking about giving up. But since you clicked on this video, it means that there is still some hope. It means that you haven't given up, young code bender. I will show you a no BS guide to learn to code fast and be successful in the era of AI. I've been a software engineer for 4 years now. I'm working at a successful tech startup in the Empire State Building. And if I had this guide when I was starting up, it would have saved me years of time wasted. So listen carefully. This is not the type of video that you can just watch in the background while you're doing something else. I want your full attention. I will show you how to leverage ChatGPT and I will show you the exact unique prompts that I'm using. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so let's head to ChatGPT. So the very first prompt that I'm going to give it is a two-part prompt. I give a context and then I give an objective. The context, you see, I'm just saying you are the best coding tutor on the planet and you are an expert at creating amazing plans for people to learn to code. Your plans are efficient. They keep students engaged and motivated because they're project-based. Because I wanted something like interactive. I don't want just ChatGPT to recommend me some books to read or something like that. And then you take into account student preferences because I want a personalized plan for me. Now that the context is defined, I'm going to give an objective. And this is where the unique part comes in. You see that I'm not telling ChatGPT what to do. I'm saying, ask me all the questions you need to create a study plan for me. So now what you have is you have ChatGPT work to create a personalized plan for you by studying you. So it's better than just giving yourself the information because you might forget some things. You might not even know which is the right information to provide. But ChatGPT, as the best coding tutor on the planet, will know the right questions to ask you. And you see here, for example, it's asking like if I have any prior experience of coding, what is my preferred learning style, how many hours per week am I willing to dedicate learning to code, and etc. Like a couple of other questions. This part is crucial. It's so important that you take time to answer this carefully. Think through all those questions. Don't just try to answer that in 2 seconds because this is one of the foundational parts for you to figure out what do you want to do exactly, why do you want to learn how to code. It's a mistake that so many beginners make. I've spent a little bit of time just for the sake of this to answer that. So I'm just saying that I'm a beginner. I want interactive courses so that I can code while I'm learning. I don't want videos or books or something like that. I can dedicate 6 hours per week. I want to build cool stuff. I want to earn money and I want to start my business later on. So that's my motivation to learn to code. It's asking me about like specific languages. Like I don't know a specific language. I'm thinking about web development. And what I would like to do is I would like to be comfortable building app ideas I have in mind. That's like the level that I want to reach with this program. And then it's asking me if there's any resource or something that I know. And then I'll just say like, no, I don't know anything. Full beginner. Now it's going to create a full week by week plan for me. So you see, literally ChatGPT asks me all the questions for me, my job, just to figure out myself what I want. And then it's going to create a personalized plan for you. 12-week plan in this instance. I could also change it. Like if you have less time, you can get 10-week plan. If you want more time, 16 weeks, a full year, whatever it is going to generate it for you. And you see here, week 1 to 3 is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's the foundation that you need. It's going to give you the resource. That's really nice, actually. It's giving me the resource each time. And then it's going to give me a project that I can build with those skills. Awesome. Then week 4 and 6 is going to recommend me to learn JavaScript and front-end frameworks like React. Again, you have a resource and then you have projects that you can build. Those projects are kind of basic though, like a to-do list app, a weather app, simple social media feed. Yeah, I don't really like those, but the thing that we'll do next is we're going to ask ChatGPT to generate a lot of ideas for very entertaining and unique projects. Because those are way too standard for us. Week 7, 9, you do backend development. And then the last 2 weeks, that's the unique part now. In the era of AI, you have to learn AI integration with full stack development. So you see here is recommending some APIs like TensorFlow or like OpenAI. That's developers of ChatGPT. Right, so now this is a very nice initial plan. I'm going to ask it to make a few modifications based on things that I want to improve the plan. What I want, number 1, is I would like to have only one resource to learn. That's something that I recommend a lot for beginners is don't try to learn from 1,000 different resources. Like take one course on Codecademy, they could take another course on Free Code Camp, they take like a Udemy course and follow this person on YouTube, then this person Stack Overflow, like or whatever it is. That's going to be way too complicated. Stick to one resource. So I'll ask ChatGPT, only pick one resource for the full program. I want to make it as easy as possible. Then add something to boost my motivation when I'm down, because learning to code is not easy. There will for sure be moments inside of those 12 weeks where you will want to give up. You won't have any energy, you won't be motivated. Those moments will come. So I'll ask it, give me some kind of boosters or reminders every week. as part of the program so that I can just stay motivated. Then I'm going to ask it about prompt engineering, because using AI, like for example, you see here ChatGPT, there is a science as to how to ask ChatGPT to come up with the best solution for you. And I want to learn that. Developers should learn that. It's going to be an integral part of your job in a few years. And then the final part is that I'm going to ask it to include freelance gigs as part of the program. It'll be just a nice culmination if at the end of those 12 weeks, I can make my first dollars with the skills that I learned. All right, so it's updating the plan for me, an updated 12-week plan. The resource is Free Code Camp. That's a very good resource. Nice. So that's the one I'll be using in the program. It's telling me to set aside 30 minutes every week to watch some TED Talk or YouTube video or something to get inspired. All right. That's something also that we can ask more specifics. In the next question, I could ask, give me just a list of boosters for every single week of those 12 weeks. Here you see that it has added prompt engineering. And then it's telling me that at the end of the program, I can explore freelance gigs. And then it's giving me the platforms where I can go. So I can go on Upwork, I can go on Freelancer. I can try to take gigs specifically related to web development and AI integration, which I believe right now probably there are a lot of them. I can build a strong portfolio to showcase projects that's going to help me both get freelance gigs, but also land an internship or a job if I have a solid portfolio. Perfect, nice, I love it. Step 2, once you're excited about the plan, start executing it. Follow this plan completely, don't slack off. AI is here to help you, but don't expect that everything will be easy. You can use tools like ChatGPT or similar tools to get you unstuck, but there will be phases and moments when it will be difficult. That's normal. Don't expect everything to be super simple and easy without you doing any efforts. You will have to do efforts, you'll have to learn, and you have to activate your brain. The advantage that you have now is that you can use tools like ChatGPT to help you get unstuck faster and also to personalize the plan more to you. So for example, let's say I'm doing the plan and after a few weeks I realized I don't want to build this weather app. Like, what is that? It's super boring. I want something more interesting. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, hey man, the projects you have listed are kind of boring. My interests are, for example, like anime, gaming, startups, internet culture. I love hang out on YouTube and Twitter. Can you suggest 100? Yep, let's go crazy. 100 cool beginner-friendly apps that I can build using AI. Let's see what it says. Right, it's not going to give us 100, but it can provide us 10, and if we're not happy, we can just ask it more ideas. So you have an anime character generator, so it's an app that generates new anime characters using AI. You have a game recommender, you have a startup idea generator, you have a meme generator, you have a YouTube video analyzer, which analyzes YouTube videos such as sentiment analysis, keyword extraction, summarization. Yeah, that's nice. Cool projects. You see, what the exciting part of AI is that those projects a few years ago would be something that an advanced programmer can build. Now a beginner can do things that a few years ago an advanced programmer would be able to build. It's mind-blowing. Imagine if you have those projects in your portfolio, bro, you're gonna stand out early on. And here I can even ask, like for example, if I pick the anime character generator, I'm gonna ask it, bro, can you generate a starting code for that anime character generator app? And it's gonna give me a code. And I can use this code, I can build on top of it. Here it's in Python, so I'm gonna ask it to write it in React. And that's it, I have it. And you see here that it actually didn't finish, because that's something that happens with ChatGPT. If the response is too long, it's just gonna crop it. So you can just write continue, and it's gonna give you the rest. That's it, you have it. Super quick. That's how you leverage ChatGPT. At every step of the way, you can get this creative mind to feed you ideas and get the edge over everyone else. Another example, let's say you're learning JavaScript and you're struggling with some examples. You're struggling to learn loops. I'm going to ask it, explain to me loops in JavaScript as if I was 5 years old. And you see the example here that it's going to give me is like, you have a toy train with 5 cars, and you're going to put stickers on cars, and you're going to be counting them one by one. Essentially, it's just going to give me this very like a low-level basic explanation using examples that a kid would understand. Same thing if I want the response to be in a certain style. Let's say there's a celebrity I like, someone I admire, someone that I want to hypothetically learn from. For example, Elon Musk. Explain to me this in the style of Elon Musk, and you see he's going to talk about rockets and SpaceX and about different things. Probably can also explain it in the style of some comedian that you like, and he's going to crack some jokes for you. Step 3. Share the apps you built. There's a lot of excitement around AI right now. So a lot of people are eager to see new apps being built using AI technologies, and that's where you come in. If you build a few apps like those apps we discussed as part of your portfolio, and you start tweeting them, you start sharing them on Twitter, you start sharing them across communities like Reddit, Hacker News, you're gonna get noticed, and there's a lot of advantages in that. I recommend specifically you to create a Twitter account and start building a community there, because bro, think about it this way. You have 1,000 people learning how to code, for example, right? All of them have access to the same online courses. All of them have access to the same AI technologies. All of them have roughly the same level of intelligence. What's going to separate those people is their dedication, right? How much time are they willing and how much effort are they willing to put to learn. But after that, like, it's going to be pretty much the same, except a few guys are going to be sort of geniuses or super smart. They're going to stand out. But for the average man, like, what are you going to do? You need to use your creativity. You need to think smart. If 1,000 people are roughly similar, you need to figure out a way to stand out. And for me, an easy way to stand out is the projects that you build, you publish them. You try to make them visible for the world, for people to see them. Because you're going to get feedback from people which will help you improve them. You're going to get noticed by people, which means that potentially you're going to get your first freelance gigs. You're going to get people who are going to pay you to build stuff for them. You potentially are going to meet people who will even hire you for an internship, for a job, because they see the skills you have. They see that you're active and you're talking and sharing and meeting people. Trust me, bro, do this and doors will open for you. And as part of that, also, like, all those apps that you build, you can also deploy them. You can publish them online. And if you don't know how to do that, ask ChatGPT, bro. You just ask how to easily deploy an app I build for free. And it's going to give you a few options. You have GitHub pages, you have Vercel, you have Netlify. Each time also it gives you the exact set of instructions to get your app up. That's amazing. Now, Codebender, it's time for you to take action. I don't want you to waste any time, bro. There's no time to lose right now. Use all the energy that you have to move as fast as possible. But remember one thing. AI is merely a tool that the Codebender uses to bend the matrix, to shape the world that we want to see, to build generational wealth. And it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying that any of it is easy. But with the guide that we just saw, I know you're going to go far. And for those who want to go a step further, I'm opening a private program with 10 spots. I'm going to select 10 people who will be privately coached by me. It's going to be a 1-month program. Every week, we're going to have a call together. I'm going to supervise your learning. You will learn how to build a solid, badass project that will help you stand out. And we'll discuss how you can make your first dollars using those skills that you just learned. This is only for serious, motivated people. So if that's you, apply with the link in the description. See you there. Now, Codebender, you're ready to get started. You have everything you need, but take action as soon as possible.